It's Choice at Winding Down Chronicles. So I'm going through my Amazon shopping list ahead of Black Friday to see what's really worth buying. I've been adding stuff all year, or at least more than a year now. But it's getting time to make a decision, and I'm trying to stay true to my minimalist rule. Basically, if it doesn't add value or simplify my life, it's not going to come home with me. So let's scroll through my list together to see what catches my eye and decide on yes, no, maybe, based on three minimalist questions that I would ask myself for each article. So, why am I doing this? I think these things are fun. I like to watch people do reviews on YouTube of different contraptions, especially things that are based around efficiency and useful and practical. Um, so that's usually where I like to. I usually spend a lot of my time, or I spend some time watching those things, and it becomes more and more interesting as I'm getting close to Black Friday. So why Black Friday? Naturally, everyone knows uh, Amazon has these specials on Black Friday. You don't have to be a premium member. I'm not a premium member. I live in Asia, so I can't take advantage of those. That being a member like that, a subscriber on a yearly basis. But I've tried to be a minimalist, but I still need things. And so, what helps me be a minimalist is that I don't buy anything in Asia. And electronics are expensive. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, with all of with most of the electronics being made in Asia and China, it's much more expensive to buy it here, and they don't really have good promotions, and you can't really beat the Black Friday specials. Additionally, why do I buy this on Black Friday? Is I have my credit card is linked with Amazon, so when I do buy something during this fourth quarter, I'll get an additional 3% off of everything I bought used this card for on Amazon and some other vendors. But I mostly do it through Amazon. It's just easier. So that I do this once or twice a year, and every time when I just dump things into my Amazon cart, and then about this time I go through it and then just eliminate things that I know I just eliminate, any duplicates, and then I start doing an analysis. I Not really an analysis, but I run through these questions. Do I really need this? Because believe it, it is expensive. But I only do this like twice a year, and so this stuff I will purchase will not be shipped to me. It will go to my sibling's house, where it will sit until I come to visit next to bring it all back. So even though I'm buying this in November, December, I will not be able to pick it up until I go back to the U.S. or someone comes here, and no one ever comes here. So I have to go get it, and it could be sitting at my sibling's house for several months. I even have some things from last Black Friday sitting at my sibling's house because I haven't been home. So it does help save money because I'm not. It keeps me from being an impulsive buyer. Like I mentioned, the only things I buy here in Asia are. The last thing was shoes. It was 6 months ago. I desperately needed new sneakers, and I wore mine out. My previous ones out. I think I had them 2 years, and I do a lot of walking, so I needed new sneakers, and I had no choice. I buy books, some pharmaceuticals because pharmaceuticals can be expensive here, and mostly electronics and clothing. Clothing can be expensive in Asia, uh, even though it's made here, but it's just expensive, and I don't really like to shop for it anyway. So I wait for these Black Friday specials, and then sometimes when I go back to the U.S., I will go to what do they call that? Marshalls. There's a Marshalls, and then there's another one, TJ Maxx, that I'll go to and spend an hour or two with my sibling going through the aisles and pulling out things that are very good deals. So the other thing to keep in mind is when I'm buying these things, so I'm basically replacing clothing that I have worn every day for 2 years. So all my workout clothes, I only have enough for a week. Well, a little more than that. I have 2 or 3 pair of work slacks. I have like 5 or 6 polos. So I'm wearing them all year round, every day. And I don't, there's no seasons here, so there's really no need to have a lot of clothing. So by the time I buy this clothing, it the stuff here is worn out. And my workout clothes, they're worn out. So I'm going to replenish those things, my old ones. And the nice thing about this is I don't throw anything out. I will just, what I buy, I will always replace something that's older and used here and then give it to my wife's family. They use everything. So I'll buy new socks, for example, and they'll use my old socks. I mean, that's just how they do it. I grew up that way too. I grew up being, my family was frugal. My parents were frugal, and they didn't have money for 4 kids, so I had to I wore hand-me-downs from my cousins the majority of my life until I got too big, till about 17, 18 years old. So my whole life I was used to wearing hand-me-downs, except for a few things, maybe like shoes. So that was a long preamble to get to the point here. I like to see what people are buying, what they're interested in, and I'm just going to go through my list so far. This should be it. I've already cut a lot of things out, but I'm going to go through my list and I'm going to apply 3 questions to each item and then eliminate it or keep it, and then wait for the special. The other caveat is if there is no special for this item, unless it's a pharmaceutical or a supplement, I won't buy it. I just won't. It's just one of my other principles. I'm buying it because it should be a hugely discounted. So that was a long intro. One of the other things I did was I removed everything from the cart, put it in save for later, and then I went through and I selected the things. I tried to keep them by category, just so it wasn't so scattered as it was before. But I didn't, I since added a couple things recently to the list. So I'm going to go through this list and then we're going to see what the grand total is at the end. So the questions are, do I need it? Will it get used in the next 6 months? And would I still buy it on sale if it wasn't on sale? So the first item here is True Spirituality. This was just recommended by my sister. She said she really enjoyed it. And so books, yes, I do want this. I do need that. Because one of the things because I'm going into early retirement, so some of my lifestyle is going to change. I won't need the clothes that I normally have, and I'm going to have more spare time to do the studies and the type of things that I want to do, moving with my early retirement, with the time that I have. So yes, True Spirituality, yes. And I'm going to buy it used for $6. The original, a new is $12. I don't need a new book. I can use, even if there's some scribbles in from somebody, I can use this depending on unless the shipping and handling, that's where they get you. Sometimes the shipping and handling can be almost as much as buying it new with free delivery. That's the other thing I do on Amazon. I will apply for the free premium. What do they call that? Subscription. So every year I go back to the U.S. I will get the free month subscription and then cancel it right before they charge me because I don't need it here. It's not useful. So then I get all the extra bonuses and discounts, and it gets delivered within a couple days. So yes to this first book. This second one is a leather Bible cover for a men's Bible. You will see later. I do have a large Bible, large print Bible, New American Standard in here. I really only put this in here as a reminder because I think I'm going to buy one on Etsy. Etsy usually has good deals, and I would like to have something customized with a verse, certain verses that I want etched or lasered onto the leather. And it's nice to have your own personal leather one. And I think the prices are very comparable to this price. I don't know what the sale price of this $51 will be, but anyway, I just have that there as a place marker so I don't forget to check on Etsy during the Black Friday specials. Iodine. Yes, I take iodine daily for my thyroid. It's healthy, and I think my thyroid medicine has been coming down since I've been taking this. The vitamin D, yes, definitely I'll take it. It's much cheaper in the U.S. and I will probably buy several bottles of this. It's an essential supplement, and even though I get a lot of vitamin D with the sun here, it's still essential. Large print personal Bible. This is the one I'm looking at now. I do want a genuine leather one. I do want red leather, and I do want a New American Standard. So this isn't exactly the color I want, but if I have a leather cover, if I'm buying a leather protective cover, this color really doesn't really matter. But I want a large print because I'm planning to do some more in-depth Bible study, and I want something larger. I have 3 Bibles here, and one of them is 30 years old. It was my first one. It's small font, and it's falling apart. The other 2 are from my mother, and they're falling apart. They're like 20 or 30 years old. So I do want a new one. This will be a very good hobby for me. So do I need it? Do I want it? Yes, I need this. I want this. Some refills. I can't get these refills in Lao for a special pen that my sister bought for me a couple years ago for Christmas. I love the pen. It's a beautiful blue pen, cross pen, expensive pen, and I need these refills. Yes. This is I want to buy a good quality manicure set. Everything I have right now is piecemeal, like the tweezers and things, and it's just I want a good quality one, and this is probably one of the better ones that I've seen on there. And I don't need the whole huge kits. I was looking at one for $45. It was too much crap. Too much crap. So yes, I want this one. Or I'm going to look for something comparable, depending on the price. So do I need this? Yes, I do need this. And I want something that I can easily put in my travel bag and not have, right now everything's just scattered. I have tweezers here, I have clippers over there, so yes. This is a 4 terabyte passport SSD. Yes, I have 2 external hard drives that are the older hard drives, and they're getting old, and I need something stable and I need something reliable. So I'm planning to buy a 4 terabyte, and this is an SSD, so they're much stronger, and they're smaller, and they're faster. So this is definitely a need to save files and pictures, because it's cheaper than going to the cloud. Cloud services are too expensive, and it's easier to keep videos on this as well. So yes. This is a microphone for my iPhone and my Mac. I believe if I'm going to continue doing YouTube, I've listened to some of my videos on my phone, and the audio can be really bad, especially when I'm in the street, especially if there's wind. So if I'm going to continue doing YouTube at least for a while, I want a microphone that's going to be working better. One of the things I'll mention here is, if you're not aware, Amazon has Rufus, an AI shopping assistant, and I went through a number of these items, and certain items I wasn't sure about. I was checking with Rufus. Rufus knows you can chat with it like an AI. It's like ChatGPT, but for shopping. So I might open a page to this item, and then I start chatting with Rufus about it, asking it about it. Is this compatible to my phone and my Mac and maybe a PC? You know, give me the best options. Are there other options? And Rufus will be. I can't believe how honest it's been. This will say some people complained about this, but some people complained about this. Here are some other options that could be better for your setup. And it also remembers what I've asked it on previous conversations. So it's really incredible. I heard that the success rate of people using Rufus is 75% more likely that the person will buy the item based on this conversation with Rufus. So you can see AI is working. It's really neat to see it working, although it does get you to, in this case, it does get you to spend money. But but it has offered me options cheaper than the one I was looking at. That's what's shocking. And even one of the questions was it talked me out of actually buying something that I thought I might need. It told me, well, if you have this, you don't really need this. So it was very helpful. I really encourage you to use Rufus. It's in the top left-hand corner of the web page. Just click on that, just starting chatting with it, and it knows the item that you're looking at, and it will give you a lot of information. So really neat. So this is the one I'm looking at. This is the one Rufus actually recommended. I was looking at another one a little cheaper, or no, I had a couple up here, but they said this one probably will be good for my needs, and it gives me more flexibility in the future. This is a keyboard case. So you'll see later I'm going to buy a case, a good keyboard. I work a lot on my computer. I need a full-size keyboard. I'm using this little Apple thing, but I need a full-size keyboard because I use Excel a lot, and I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I didn't realize there was a YouTube niche of keyboard reviews. I didn't realize that because I'm wondering, why would you pay $200 for a keyboard? So I've been watching some YouTube videos on mice and keyboards, and I'm like, I want a good quality setup for me, because this will be where I will spend, my desk will be where I will spend most of my time. And I really want a good solid keyboard. I'm used to using these cheap, flimsy things that they're just flimsy. I want something solid. So anyway, this is the cover I'm going to probably get for it, or similar. This is a case for the mouse. Yes, very inexpensive way to protect those items. So here are the keyboards I'm looking at. This is the mouse I'm looking at. It's the Keychron M7. I was looking at the MXT Logitech, but it's 3 times more expensive than this, 2 times more expensive for very similar. This one is very comparable, similar to the Keychron V6. This is the Max full keyboard, mechanical keyboard. I wanted something with the thocky sound. I like the clicking of the keyboard, but nothing too loud. This is a comparable one to the MX Logitech Master, MX Master, I think. The MX Master is like $200. This is $125. So I don't mind spending money on these type of things, and I'm waiting to see a good discount. Well, I better be moving through this. I don't know how long this is going. Pluggable. This is a docking station. I definitely need a docking station. I'm going to at least have multiple accessories, peripherals plugged into my computer. And this is one that Rufus recommended. I was looking at one cheaper and more expensive, and they said this is a good compromise because and it gives me flexibility for the future. So definitely yes. These are phone slippers. Definitely yes. I will wear these in the house during the colder weathers and in the morning because it can be a little chilly on the floor, and I want something for my floor at home. So yes, this is a definite. Razor blades. I use Harry's razors. I love it, and so I usually stock up on this. I might even get 2 of these. They're expensive. I might get 2 sets of these to bring back with me. because it might be another 2 years before I'm back to repurchase. But I don't plan to shave much. Definitely yes. I have an Oral-B toothbrush, electric toothbrush. I love it. That was a great upgrade I did 2 years ago, and I love it. So I need some refills. My teeth are definitely cleaner with this. NAC supplements, yes. I think these are the research I've seen on this. This is a very helpful supplement, and it's cheaper than in here. And it's probably about $10 to $15 cheaper in the U.S. than in Laos, than in Thailand. These are toe separators. I'm not sure if these come down in price. I mean, they're not expensive, but I'm trying to take care of my feet better. My toes are hooked in, and I might try these. Just I saw a good recommendation for this, and they're inexpensive, and I might try them. Um, this is a Casio Illuminator. This watch was recommended. I think I'd like to have a backup for working out. I don't want to use my good G-Shock for working out, and I want a good stopwatch. So this is a cheap watch that I can throw around and kind of beat up in the gym. And I like the big face, and it's cheap. $23. Can't beat that. Yes. This is some glue for fixing my Aftershocks headphones. Speaking of headphones, I want to upgrade my Powerbeats to this Powerbeats Pro. The other one, I lost some of the earbuds that go inside, and I just want to upgrade to this to use for the gym. And my Aftershocks are falling apart. I use them daily, so I think that's a very good buy. And I'm waiting for that to be down at least $50 cheaper. I've seen it $50 cheaper, but again, I'm waiting till I get the extra 3% on my Discover card. Travel luggage. This isn't expensive. The one I have now is about 15 years old, and it's huge. It's like a brick. I want to replace it. I want to get a newer, slimmer one, because we need to be for when we travel, and it's very useful for other things anyway. These are some zipper pulls. I'll show you later why I want to get some zipper pulls for my backpacks and different bags that I have. They're just more convenient to have on the zipper than the normal zipper. The Maestri House Rechargeable Frother. This was recommended by Tim Ferriss. And I don't really follow. I used to follow him a lot, but I do get his newsletters. He recommended this several months ago. Said it's fantastic. I use one every day for my coffee and for mixing different things. He said this one's very good, and I'm going to buy one when it's on sale. So definitely yes. This is a digital timer for countdown. I use this in the kitchen, and I'll use this at my office. I will probably get 2 of these. Very convenient instead of having, because I often have to go grab my phone or my watch, and it's really annoying. So I just need one in the kitchen, and I need one in my room. I want it in my office so I can time certain things. And my wife and stuff, it would be easier for them to use as well. So that not just for me. She'll be able to set the timer for things that she's cooking, just to keep tabs on it, because she tries to remember everything, and it's not very good. Sometimes she might forget. Just makes life a little easier, and it's relatively inexpensive. This is a supercharger. I think for definitely, I need to replace the block travel charger that I have now. It's huge, and it's kind of breaking. I use them a lot. We're using them here, and they just wear out. This was recommended, and so definitely yes to making life a little simpler, especially when we travel. This is a car vacuum. This is a small handheld car vacuum. I think it would probably be about the size of this mic, and a little bigger than this mic. And things get dusty. I like a clean desk, and I talked to Rufus about this, and they said, yeah, this is a pretty good deal. Look at that, 30% off. And I saw some reviews on it. I saw some YouTube videos on it. It looks like it's going to be very versatile and what I need to keep things clean around my desk, keyboard and everything. Large therapy ball. This was another recommendation from Tim Ferriss. He does a lot of physical fitness and health and references, and he recommended this. I do use a lacrosse ball. This one I did read up on it, and this is a little bigger than a lacrosse ball, and it is supposed to be better and easier to use. A little softer, but still firm, but a little softer. Anyway, I've seen this come down a lot cheaper, and I will probably definitely pick this up. This is a calf stretcher and a leg stretcher. I use one of these here every day. I've been using it for 3 years. I absolutely love it. It keeps my hips open and flexible, and it's easy to stretch with it. So, but mine is like 4 years old, and it is absolutely worn out. I think this is a better quality one on Amazon, and the price of this should probably come down. And I would buy this either way, because the ones here are cheap, and I would buy this anyway. So, yeah, a running belt, yes, this will come down in price, and it's cheaper than buying one here, and I would use it pretty regularly. This is some supplements. Yeah, tendon health. I have to take something for my knees. This is some alpha lipoic acid. I take this for adult male issues. Not issues, but supplements to help. You'll see why later. Kirkengossamin. This is for my knees. I've been taking this here. This is cheaper than in Laos or in Thailand, and I will buy some there, especially if it goes on sale. This is horny goatweed. Don't judge me. I'm getting older. I need some help. I might need. I don't know if I don't know if it's working. I've been taking it for a couple months, and I don't want to take any chances by stopping it. So. It's cheaper than in Thailand, and yeah, don't judge me. I'm getting older, and I need all the help I can get. This water pick. So I had this water pick before, and I had it for 8 years. I absolutely loved it, and it's easy to manage, and it was a workhorse. Use it multiple times a day. Love this one. It's an expensive one. I have one now. It's a travel one. It's kind of big and bulky, and I really hate that one. This one is better, but it's not rechargeable. You need to plug it in. But it works here, and I love it, and I'm going to replace the one that's already broken. I had to throw it out a couple months ago, and I miss it. This is a game by Tim Ferriss. I'm just going to buy this as a gift for my sister. They play games a lot, and I think she might enjoy this, and we can play it when I'm home. It's an expensive gift, and see if they like it. This is a guide, a spiritual guide. This is part of going to be my spiritual journey and hobby next year, and I'm looking forward to that book. You can see it's already on sale, but I want these on hard copy or a soft paperback. So I want the actual book, not on Kindle. I can't. I want to be able to go in deep in with these and have it to be able to flip pages. So I'm buying this book. This is another Bible that I just threw in here. It's the NASB, and it's large print, full. It's red letters. So I'm going to buy this one. It's a toss-up either between this one or the other one that's a little more expensive. This is not real leather, which is why it's cheaper, but I like the cover of it anyway. So real quick through the clothing. These are some warm socks I need. We don't have heaters in Laos, and it can get cold. It can get down into the teens. So, at least for me, Celsius. So, yeah, these are just some socks for me and my wife. Socks I need. My socks I have like 6 pair, and I wear them every day. So these were out, and I'll give them to my wife's relatives. These are some sleeping shorts. I wear sleeping shorts here. These mine are wearing out, and I would like to try these. And probably I might even get 2 pair of these, depending on the price that comes down. These are already $10 cheaper. This is some shorts. definitely I'm going to replace. I won't go through each one of these. These are some shorts and shirts, workout shorts and shirts that I'm going to need, and I'll definitely be looking into that, buying some of these depending on the price. How much it comes off, I might buy several of these and then just completely replace my old ones and give them away. So down here I have a couple of reminders of some things that I need to get. I want to get some blood glucose strips for my Keto Mojo device. I do monitor my sugar. I need to be wary of that. So I do need this. This is the best sleep mask ever. So I will, I like to have one or two around. The one I'm using now is wearing out, so I need to replace that. I have this as a placeholder, as a reminder. This is the alpaca sling. I'm looking at this one seriously, but I think I like the Coat of Bell one more. So the Coat of Bell is another type of sling that I probably will get that one. I don't think it will be on sale, and they don't sell it on Amazon, so I'll have to buy that on another web page. And these are just some ideas for my wife. I might replace my AeroPress. I'm not sure. I just saw AeroPress came out with a glass version of it, but it's $200. I don't think I need that. I use a French press. This does make good coffee. My AeroPress, the original one, is about 20 years old. Heavily used. Great coffee. I could probably keep it, but I'd prefer glass over plastic. So, after all of that, my grand total of what I might need to spend on is $2,399. And that's without the discount so far. So, that's what we're looking at, folks. $399. I expect that to come down pretty heavily with the discount, the Black Friday specials, and like I said, I will, if it's not on sale, I probably won't buy it except for a few items, and then I'll get the 3% discount. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tell me, what are you planning to buy on Black Friday? Do you do this kind of method, or do you buy when you need it, or do you just save up and just buy it when things go on sale? Very curious about what kind of process you follow. I think my siblings are pretty spontaneous spenders. I try not to be, and I can't be anyway. So let me know what you think. That was fun. Let me know what you're buying. Take care, everybody. God bless. Take it slow.